Right guys, so at Wyndham 20 today, 20-mile run race locally. Me and John gonna give it some big licks, aren't we?
That's the plan.
So just gonna use this as like a hard, like a solid long run. Motivation is pretty low at the moment, I've got to admit. Like, it's a miserable day. Clocks went forward, so we missed an hour in bed. So not sure how the legs are gonna feel, but all going well. If they felt good, I'd like to break it down in my head with 10k around 34 minutes, 1k easy, do that 3 times basically, and that would be the 32k, and ideally be around 1 hour 50. The plan B is, if I don't feel too great, would be a nice first 10 miles, probably about 6-minute mile in 3:44k pace, and then pick it up for the second 10 miles and get a solid long run in. That would be plan B. What about you, John? What's yours? What's your plan A?
I'm just going to run, mate.
See
how I feel.
He's just going to go hard the whole way, and whatever. If
go hard or go home.
Yeah, if he's on a bad day, it will just be slightly slower, but there's going to be full commitment in there.
Full on.
He's got bigger balls than me.
I'll either blow or I won't blow.
I'm a bit of a pussy, so I'm just that's why I've got the plan A and plan B.
What kind of result are you expecting?
Mainly the time. Like, if the time was under 1 hour 50, I'd be pretty pleased doing it in there.
Placing doesn't.
You'll do that.
I don't really care about the place. Like, it'll just be whether or not the time is. But if not, like, what's that?
So he does care.
Not too much. I'd be happier to get 149 and finish 5th than I would to win it in 153.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather go under 150, because then you know that your fitness is there, don't you? The course is pretty undulating. I've done this before. I think last time I did it, I was about, might have been either 153 or 156. I can't really remember. It must have been 153 something, I think. That was years ago though. We're talking 2016, I think. And from what I remember, it was undulating for the first 3 or 4 miles of each lap, and then it's a bit downhill and flat. It's 2 10-mile laps. If I did do this starting off at 6-minute miling, I'd like to do, say, 59-60 minutes for the first 10 miles, and then definitely sub 55 for the second. So if I don't push it like fairly hard for most of it, I'd want to finish it the last half around sub 1 hour 50 shape, you know. But I don't want to completely kill myself, because obviously got some big triathlons coming up at the start of May and end of April, and want to get back into training for some decent sessions this week. And I know that if I push it hard for the whole 20 miles, that's going to take me like a week, 9 days probably, to feel good, where you can actually do the intense sessions and not feel like you're completely floored. So I don't want to.
The K-hole.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the K-hole for like 10 days basically. I just want to get a solid training session in. I say, don't be a hero on any one day.
Look who's just turned up. Phil just came up out of nowhere, surprised me. How you doing?
I'm ready. I'm alright, yeah.
How are you feeling for today?
I'm spectating.
Oh, you're not competing? No.
No.
I thought you were.
Yeah, no. It's a spectator's day today.
Easy one.
Yeah.
Someone asked that. We passed someone on the way to get the numbers, and they asked Joe. They were like, "You here to race or just spectate?" He's like, "I didn't get up in the morning just to come and watch this for 2 hours."
Yeah.
My phone. Yeah.
If Laura messages, if there's something to do with the baby.
Message me.
Yeah, she will do. Yeah, or ring you or something. She will. So let me know if she says anything.
I'll just come alongside you.
If she does,
Water's broke.
Yeah. If she does, I'll just can the race off, like, and head home.
Well, yeah, obviously. What kind of result are you expecting, John?
Mate,
Time.
Clue,
if you had
to be honest.
time, though, what you'd like?
I'm just going to run and see how I feel. I don't know.
2:10.
What, under 2:10?
Yeah.
That would be best case scenario, I think, wouldn't it? Realistically. But I don't know. Run and see what happens.
Yeah. It's usually the best plan.
Yeah.
Best of luck on the
Have
long
you had
run.
a gel already?
Cheers. So, no, I've got it here. I might do it now. 200 milligrams of caffeine. Have it.
Weird texture.
This will get you going, mate. This will.
What does it taste like?
Tastes alright. Like, it's like a bit of a fruity taste, isn't it? The hard bit.
Almost like a bit of a puree.
They say the hard bit's getting that much caffeine in and still making it taste nice. Right then.
Right, cool.
5 minutes. See you later.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. Don't let them rain on your spark. Keep it close to your heart. All of the pressure's gonna drive you crazy. Close your eyes to the madness. In the morning it's all gonna vanish. Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you.
Started off, and the plan was, when I was chatting to someone online, was 3 10Ks at around 5:30 mile in. It's probably like just under 3:30k pace, probably 3:27, 3:26, something like that. And it felt alright, like legs felt good in terms of like muscle soreness and that and everything. But then I just felt like I felt really flat and fatigued. You know, that like when you feel like, oh god, I just like you can't get your heart rate up and you just didn't feel good. And I thought I could carry on and just give it a good old crack and probably put myself in a hole, but see how the session goes. Or I could just cruise it, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to wait. I'll just jog round. And at that point, I thought, I'll wait for my mate John, and I'll run with him at about 4-minute K pace, something like that. So I waited for him, jogging round, but then I didn't even feel good jogging around at 4-minute K pace. Like it just felt really tired. And I said to John, I'll run with you for the end of the first lap, and I'll do a little bit more on the second, and I'll turn around and make it to about 21, 22k, which is around what I would normally do for a normal long run, which was like the worst I wanted to get out of it, at least in that situation, was to get a long run in but not kill myself, and just use it as like what I would do normally if I felt like that. Just get a steady run in, get the miles in, but not force it, you know, and kill yourself. So I did that. I thought 20 miles is more than what I'd normally do. I'm feeling like how I did then, I wouldn't on a normal training week think, oh, I feel crap, I'll up it by 8 miles more than what I would normally, or 7 miles. So just did what I'd normally do and thought, at least I've got a long run in. I haven't got what I wanted out of it, but it's not the end of the world, is it? It's not the worst case scenario, you know.
Yeah, it's better not to, like, you know,
well,
better do that.
It would have been nice to do it and have a good session. It would have been a really good confidence booster, but at the end of the day, if you end up getting a really good result in your first couple of big triathlons of the year, it's going to mean a lot more than doing a good training session at Wyndham 20. Well, it is, isn't it? Like, you know. Sorry, John, that you're still running the 20 miles. It was all too much for us, so we decided to take the easier option and have a sausage and egg bat. Hope the run goes well. We're thinking of you, mate. Like, obviously you want to do as well as what you can every time you go, you start, but you know, the law of averages and the way the world works, not every time you start a race is going to end up how you want, or you're not always going to get out what you want out of every training session. And it's frustrating when it happens when you're using a race as like a decent thing like that, but you know, life goes on. You know, everyone has a bad day at work. Don't they? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Call me. We didn't have sausage, fried sausage and egg.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, do you want one? We just came out to meet.
I feel sick.
Really?
I was like, oh,
Struggle to get that done.
Do you want anything? We just came out because we saw. Did that one come past you, or did he just leg it back after the finish?
he come past us.
Did he?
Yeah, and like the last mile, mate. The last 2 miles.
Oh, was he pushing it hard then? Or was by himself then?
The last couple of miles, he just suddenly went. Yeah, he had like a buff on, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. What time did you do in the end?
2:09:05.
Quicker than what you were.
So good for me. Yeah, I didn't expect to be able to hold that.
What, sub 210 you did?
Yeah. 2:09:05. So.
Got the add the minerals to finish.
So that's a 10-minute PB on this course for me.
Next year, hopefully,
10 minute.
Hopefully next year I'll be like you and be able to drop the medal.
Do you want to touch it? Right that way. That's what you.
How much do you want
have a
for
look
it?
at what you
How much do you want for it?
It's a speedboat.
I'll buy you a flat white for it.
Yeah. The last 2 miles, my legs just went. Boom. You know when it feels like someone's injected concrete into your veins?
You know the reason I came to the conclusion why I think you feel like crap is it was my birthday yesterday. Went out, had a meal, had a couple of drinks. You know, and you know what they say, don't you? You can't run a Ferrari on 4-star. You have to put the super unleaded into that, don't you? You get a good car, you have to put a good fuel in it. Yeah, like you get a crap car, you can put anything in it and it doesn't matter. And that's what happened. The Ferrari got the Ferrari got diesel put in it, mate, and it did just sputtering the whole way around. Parked up at 6k.
I think it's just age hitting you, mate.
That as well. Don't recover like I used to.
That was good though, mate. Cheers for the pacing. That helped those miles go by.
Yeah,
It really did.
Yeah, Did you stay with the guys that you were running with?
Yeah, the one that was running with us, he got ahead of me by about 20 seconds.
Did it?
In the end, when my legs just went.
Oh, so like, pretty close then.
Yeah, like 2 miles to go, and that last hill, my legs just went. You know when they just feel solid.
Happy with that then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't have done any better than that. So, gotta be happy, haven't you?
Yeah, we thought you were running well. Me and Phil did, yeah.
I said I reckon you could run under 4 minute K pace, so didn't I?
Yeah.
And you were like saying you didn't think you could do it.
Well, I didn't go under, did I? I did 4 minutes per K, but yeah.
Did you? Yeah, but like when you were doing them sessions, like when we were doing them tempos, I said I reckon you could hold like similar to that. Bearing in mind that course is pretty undulated, isn't it? That's not a quick course.
The headwind, you know the headwind section when you were running with me?
Yeah.
On the second lap, that was horrendous.
On to the next one. Training has been going really well in general. It's just obviously a shame that it didn't go really well this session, but like we always say, we put the highs and we put the lows on these videos. You know, we don't like turn up to do a video, and if it don't go well, think we're not putting it out because it didn't go well. We only want to put the best with everything, and if it turns out that on the day when we're shooting it's a bad day, then a bad day goes up. If it turns out it's a good day goes up. That's the highs and lows, you know, and today was a low. Next time hopefully it'll be a high. So see you later guys, and that's basically it. You know, I'm going to just chill out for the rest of the day, listen to my body, and enjoy putting my feet up. Hopefully the baby won't come today because I really don't fancy an all-nighter at the hospital. So I'm praying that it doesn't come tonight at like 3 o'clock in the morning.